This has been an absolutely insane year for games already. There's been so many big releases, so many cool games from the past, and new games that have come out. But it's currently September, and so many big games are still coming. In this video, I'm not going to talk about all of the big games. There's games that I personally don't care about that maybe you do. But I am going to talk about some of the ones that have caught my eye and look personally appealing to me and maybe you haven't heard of or haven't been on your radar. So if you're an average person out there like myself, you probably still haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza or Expedition 33 or some other games. But there are still probably a lot of games that are coming out that will make you think, you know what, I'm getting that day one, I'm in the mood for it, or I'll just wait for a deep discount, grab it on sale. So without further ado, let's talk about them. So far this month we've had Hell Is Us, there's been an expansion to Indiana Jones from this past December, potentially a game of the year for some people with Hollow Knight Silksong, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, Chronos, a new horror game from Bloober Team who made Silent Hill 2 Remake, and Borderlands 4 just came out. But in this video, as I stated, I just want to focus on the games that I think look cool, and so let's dive into a few of them. So I didn't play Hades 1, but I will say that the art style in the trailer looks fantastic to me. It's such a unique looking game. Hades 2 really is one of the most stunning games I think I've ever seen. From just a pure design and artistic standpoint, they did a fantastic job. That's coming out September 25th. And Silent Hill F is dropping on the same day. I think it's really cool in Silent Hill F that they embrace the Japanese heritage and roots in this game and sort of took it back home in a sense for Konami and also that franchise. So it's what I'm really curious about, and the previews are fantastic for that game. There are a lot of people that are thinking this is going to be a cult classic for the survival horror franchise, and the genre at large, one could say. But that's not all on September 25th. There's also going to be Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is a game that has caught my eye since it was shown off, and seems to be giving us a different take on kart racing. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Sonic Racing franchise evolves here. I don't think it's going to be a day one purchase for me, but it seems like a good $30 game to go and play with some friends or my wife. Now the next day, September 26th, is a game that I actually am looking forward to a lot. It's Pac-Man World 2 Repack. This is a game that I originally had on the GameCube, and I think it's an underrated hidden gem platformer from that time, an early 3D platformer that was really fun and had some unique ideas with some of the boss fights. And it just had a great vibe and charm, and I remember the music being pretty memorable as well. And the last game in September that's coming on September 30th that's really appealing to me is Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles. This is a legendary PS1 game that totally missed me. I was not a Final Fantasy fan growing up. It's been a franchise I've been exploring as I've gotten older, and I'm really looking forward to giving this one a try at some point. But I know for a lot of people, I personally know this is going to be a very exciting game to pick up. I recently explored the Ivalice world for the first time by playing Final Fantasy XII earlier this summer, actually, and so I'm curious to get more of that lore in Final Fantasy Tactics and what people consider to be one of the best strategy games of all time. So as I was editing this video, I realized I'd forgotten Trails in the Sky First Chapter, which is coming out September 19th, so if you're interested in a place to start with the Trails series like myself, this is a remake of the first Trails in the Sky game, and you can check it out. It's a game I am eager to give a chance. Now, October's also looking like a packed month, and again, remember, I'm just going to mention the games that look personally exciting to me. So if you didn't catch the recent Nintendo Direct, there was the announcement of Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 that are coming to Nintendo Switch, and I love Mario Galaxy. I think it has such a fantastic soundtrack. It's got some of the best creativity in a Nintendo game, period, and I just really love that game. And I never got around to playing Mario Galaxy 2, mainly because when I tried to go back to it, I was just done with the Wiimote and those controls and getting the sensor bar set up. I just wanted to play it on a normal controller. And so I'm so looking forward to being able to play both those games. However, I think that the $70 price point Nintendo's giving us for these two is a little bit steep, but I'm just glad to have these games finally. The Nintendo Switch has become such a repository of some of the best games of all time, and this just adds to it with perhaps the best Mario games ever made. Battlefield 6 is another game I am really looking forward to. I was a humongous fan of the Battlefield Bad Company 2 game and its expansion that was in Vietnam back in 2010, 15 years ago. And I sort of fell off the Battlefield franchise afterwards. I played Battlefield 1, which I thought was really good. However, I think that Battlefield 6 is going to be another really fun game to play, and I'm looking forward to probably picking it up on console. Now there's two more games in October I want to talk about here. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, that is a day one buy for me. I am a big fan of the Dragon Quest franchise, and these early games are ones that I've missed throughout its history because they are just too archaic to go back to on the NES, and I couldn't tolerate the music. So I'm looking forward to hopefully Square Enix having a vision for what these games could be or what they were trying to do, and they really re-envisioned Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Dragon Quest 3 is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played in my life, with one of the best soundtracks of all time, I think. And so I'm hoping that they just carry forward what they did with that great game into Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes. So if you're not familiar, these are a good place to jump in, but start with 3 first because it's in chronological order this time. And lastly this month, coming on the last day of October, October 31st, is Mina the Hollower. And I played the demo for this game and I thought it was really good. And I went back and played Shovel Knight and I was like, this game, as a fan of Dark Souls, as a fan of difficult games in some sense, Shovel Knight was too difficult for me. But I'm wondering if Mina the Hollower is going to be able to scratch that itch for me personally and be something I really want. I love the art style. I thought the music in the demo was fantastic and the trailers I've seen look really good. So I hope to pick this game up, and I think it's like at $20 or $30, so totally something that I'm going to be curious about and potentially a day one buy just to support this team. Now, there's still a number of games coming in November and some that we're not familiar with yet, but the game I'm really curious about is Kirby Air Riders. This game is a spiritual sequel, a true sequel I suppose you could say, to the GameCube game, the original Kirby Air Riders game that came out over 20 years ago, and this is a game I missed, but I've heard from some people that it's a little bit simplistic, and I'm not sure what to expect here. I did watch pieces of the Nintendo Direct with Sakurai-san that came out in August, and I thought, you know, the music seems like it's hitting, the gameplay seems like it's got some depth to it, and as a fan of Smash Brothers, I am really interested in what this game could be and how they're going to reinvent Kirby in a new way. It seems like this is a Kirby renaissance ongoing right now with the version of Kirby in the Forgotten Land that just came out and Kirby Air Riders potentially being something really exciting and new from Nintendo from a gameplay standpoint. And I'm going to highlight 2 games that are coming in December that I am interested in. I am not a huge Metroid fan. It is a franchise that has eluded me after multiple attempts, but I do like some elements of Metroid, and so I'm keeping my mind open about Metroid Prime 4. When I played Metroid Prime Remastered, I really liked the game, but I could not stand the backtracking and the checkpoints that are in that game. But I love the world, the music, the design choices, and so I'm hoping Metroid Prime 4 takes it and modernizes it in a sense, and that I'm able to get into the game and really enjoy my time with it. And the last game I'm going to talk about that's coming in December from Square Enix is Octopath Traveler 0. Now, when I first saw this game in the Nintendo Direct a couple of months ago, I thought to myself, what is this and how is it coming so soon relatively after Octopath Traveler 2 just in early 2023? Less than 3 years later, I learned that this is some sort of mobile port that has been redone in a way for a broader audience on console and PC. And so I'm curious what this is going to be precisely. Is this a must play, or if you love Octopath Traveler, you might want to check it out? Just cautiously optimistic about it, so those are the games that I'm looking forward to that are still coming in 2025. It's a packed calendar. There are games I didn't mention on here that are going to be ports of other games to consoles. There's just a lot of stuff coming this year still. Let me know what some games are out there that you guys think look terrific. Maybe I'm missing, and hey, you might want to reconsider this. So hope you liked this video, and like and subscribe if you did. And until next time, thanks folks.